Hey everyone, and welcome to the 14th episode of the Luke Roxwold podcast. I'm your host, Luke Roxwold, and today I am here with Michael.
Hey, good to be back.
Yeah, really, it's been a while. Brent.
Wow.
And Shayne.
I'm really glad that Michael's back.
That's right, and as always, you can check us out on iTunes, YouTube, and SoundCloud, so you basically have no reason not to listen to us other than the fact that you don't support us. Gentlemen, welcome.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I missed you guys. I think it's been has it been 2 weeks or just
It has
1
been
week?
2 weeks. No, I think
It's been an
2.
amount of time. I don't know.
It's been crazy.
There has been time between.
Something I thought of this week is I've never met any of you guys in person besides Luke, but I legit missed you guys. I was like, I need to talk to these dudes. So it's weird.
The Luke Roxwold podcast is bringing people together.
Bringing us together.
That's great. It's great.
Well,
So,
Hopefully, I'll be going to Michael's house. Oh, well, he's having a house party.
Yeah, man. You guys are all
I don't know if he
invited.
wants to say
Fly
that.
down, drive down.
Yeah, Luke, come to the house party.
when is it?
October 1st.
So, you know.
Oh, great. That's when I go to the dentist again.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. We're not going to talk about that on the
plane,
podcast.
Fly to Virginia. Come to my house. I'm doing the milk challenge. It's going to be awesome.
The milk challenge.
Oh, that's dumb.
It's awesome. I tried it once before. I didn't do it. I was really mad because I drink a lot of milk, man. And I was like, I know I can do this, no problem.
Are you going to chug a gallon of milk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you
I
going to
puked
film
last
it?
time.
Your
Yeah,
should at least
stomach isn't
film
big
it.
enough.
Dude, last time
I'll
we had
film it if he
three.
doesn't film it.
Last time we had 3 cameras and we had trash cans and music blasting and people brought snacks and games. It was a legit thing. It's awesome.
Your stomach is not big enough to hold a gallon. Just to let you know.
My stomach, my actual stomach, legitimately
Is
is
big
not.
enough?
I drank 3/4 of it, and my stomach was bulging out. And
Yeah, dude. You're no.
well,
Think
what
about. I
happens
mean,
is-
think about how big your stomach is
yeah,
inside.
my stomach
your-
is pretty small.
It's like there's
but-
no. And think about a gallon of milk.
But dude, I've seen videos of people doing it super fast. And a
I
friend
don't
of mine
think-
who was there, he drank. He had to leave early, but he drank the same amount that I did, and was his stomach didn't move at all. He's just a bigger guy. But
Oh,
when I was
man.
drinking
Well,
it,
I mean,
one thing that happens is the acids in your stomach, it starts to produce more acid to try to break it down, so it curdles the milk in your
Yes.
stomach.
Oh,
And I was drinking it, trying to get the final quarter of a gallon, and I burped a little bit, and a piece of cottage cheese was in my mouth, and I just hit my tongue.
yeah.
And I just sensed it. I just felt the entire clump. I could see it in my mind, and I just immediately puked. I had the video
that's
somewhere.
nasty.
Excellent.
I'll post it on Instagram or the Luke Roxwold podcast page or something.
Yeah, maybe I can
.co.uk.
put a link in the description or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Insta-
yeah. Okay, so let's get started here with the would you
Yeah.
rather question from Michael.
Would you rather?
Go for
Me
it.
again.
Right, let's hear it.
So, all right. So, would you rather be super buff like Captain America, but you have the strength of a 15-year-old boy, or or have the body
Ooh.
mass of a skinny 15-year-old boy, but be as strong as Captain America?
Ooh.
Actually, no.
Skinny.
Let's say be as strong as The Rock. Not superpowers, but still pretty strong.
So, either look like Captain America and be weak, or be as strong as The Rock and look weak.
Do you
Yeah.
feel strong? Like your muscles wouldn't feel mushy, right?
Yeah, your muscles are dense. If someone punches you, your muscles are rock hard, but you just can't lift that much. They're
I
oh, yeah,
already, I know what my answer would be.
you're strong. Can you lift this
Yeah, me
couch?
too.
No.
Yeah.
Because here's the
I
thing,
am
like,
indifferent.
because there are things that I use strength for,
Mhm.
but it's not that much, and I feel like people would just be it'd be like, Luke, can you lift that? Obviously, I can lift it. Look how strong I am, and then I wouldn't have to prove it.
I mean, but then they need your help, and you can't help them, and then you're just a jerk who doesn't lift things for people.
How often is it that I have to rescue somebody by lifting something?
Not that often, but when you're
I don't
super
know,
buff,
Luke.
people are
Maybe
gonna
you should
ask
try
you to help
harder.
them with things. This is the
you-
thing. If you're huge, they're gonna ask you to lift things more.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's like
they're
being
gonna ask you to
tall.
do stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh.
Then what is the disadvantage of looking skinny? I don't understand.
you just look
There
skinny.
is no.
There's
you
a-
just
Then
look
what's?
skinny.
I don't understand. Why
You
would
look
you not
like
pick that?
you have weak shoulders.
because
Why
being
would you
buff
not
is
pick
cool.
that then?
Because being buff is cool.
Sure. Why
So
not?
You
So right-
you could
so right now-
if you're okay. So if you're married, if you're married like
Love the
Brent is,
mentality.
you're good
Uh-huh.
because you don't have to impress a girl.
Yeah, I don't
well,
fucking-
That's not true.
well, you sort of do, but I mean,
That's not true.
you don't.
No, I don't.
Hang on. Whoa, time out. You're not trying to find a woman, which means you don't have to be flexing like I do, trying to get the ladies to come over.
No, but you-
right?
I want
So,
you to know.
now-
I want
now
you
it's
to
more
know.
important than ever.
You're
than
flexing,
ever.
trying to find the ladies, Luke.
I want you to know I did not do that, and I found a lady. So
That's true.
I
yeah,
did not need
you don't have
muscles
Someone's gonna like you for who you are as a person.
Oh,
Well, I don't know
so
about that. That's
sweet,
pretty tough with
Shayne.
me, but
Well, I
like-
mean, you're the only one married on this podcast.
That's true.
so-
That's right.
it's true.
You figured
And
it
I'm-
out.
Sure.
Defeated.
You
She
defeated
just
women.
said yes.
Whoa. I don't know if I support that statement.
Um,
So
That's
I
too
would
much
I would
credit.
choose look weak but be strong, because at the end of the day, it matters that you're actually strong, and it's more impressive if some weak, scrawny person can lift, a car,
Yeah.
or like save someone from under a car, than a buff person who.
now
It's like the
but
SpongeBob episode where he
how
gets the
often
fake
are you
arms.
actually lifting up cars to save people?
You're
if
not,
you're
but
all the
when the
fucking
moment,
time.
but Luke,
This is
when
a-
the moment arrives and you're not prepared, what are
And
you
you're
gonna
just
do?
like Hancock. Or
And
whatever.
the thing
It's
is,
like
when
the
you
SpongeBob episode.
when you look
where
like
he
you can do
gets the fake
something,
arms.
when you look like you can do something, it'll come up more. Like I'm pretty tall, so people ask me at the store a lot to pick up stuff from the shelf. But if I was 5'6", they wouldn't be asking me as often.
How tall are you?
I'm just 6 feet tall, but that's taller than most people who
Hey,
need stuff
me
at
too.
the store.
Oh
Right on.
man, Brent, you're
But,
like
like-
my height, aren't you? 5'10"?
I'm like 5'11".
Ah,
Are you
whatever.
short, Luke?
It's okay.
I'm,
Like, well,
I'm,
like-
I'm literally average sized.
So
I'm
Luke, if you were like
5'10".
5'6", no one would ask you to reach for anything. So you'd be like, well, why do I need to be tall? No one's ever asked me to lift anything. It's like, yeah, because you can't. I mean, reach anything. It's like, yeah, because you can't.
No,
But like you're
because you
you're
can't.
5'10", you can reach things. So people are gonna ask you to reach things. So if you're super buff,
Yeah.
and they're like, that bridge is on fire. Save that girl. You're a big, strong man. And you'll be like, I can't. I'm sorry.
You're like,
The
I
main
just-
problem is with this
I think
question, is
about
you're
the
assuming I would
embarrassment.
go to help someone. Like, oh
No,
God, everything's dying.
not assuming
I'd be like,
anything.
Okay,
That's what Luke is
No,
saying.
not that you would, but
just talking
that
about the
people
social
would.
pressures.
People would expect you to do things.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
give a shit what people expect me to do.
Brent like ruins all the would you rather's because he doesn't care about anybody else.
I'm
I care.
indifferent.
I
That
care
is
about.
that is exactly what I said.
I gotta,
on
I
the last
gotta,
episode.
I gotta keep you guys level, man. Like, I gotta bring you back.
Well, no, it's funny because Brent's always like, I'm indifferent, and then Luke's like, well, what are the circumstances behind each
Let's
choice?
dissect this problem.
So what if this situation?
Well, I would help Lauren out. That's about it.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
pretty sweet.
nice.
Well,
I'm
Oh, I
glad.
help my friends out too, my coworkers. But other than that, outside that circle, I really
And
don't
my
care.
coworkers
Other
like
than that.
family and pets.
Well, I like my coworkers. They're cool. So
Yeah, it's good having good coworkers. I think
and
if
then-
I was scrawny though, I would feel self-conscious, like a lot.
why would you feel self-conscious though when you know you're the Hulk on the inside?
but you'd be ugly.
Isn't that what really matters?
Because there aren't very many options where like there haven't been very many times in my life where I've needed to be like the Hulk.
But now you could. You could go into those situations.
but
you
Luke,
you can go
now-
be
yeah,
a
exactly.
Oh,
tiny
well, like
boxer.
walk into the bar as a scrawny little guy. And
No,
be
dude,
like,
be a boxer,
oh,
man.
Well, why don't you watch me pick up this table?
You could be
Yeah,
Floyd
you know
Mayweather.
how impressed people would be?
Wow,
Dude,
that's
you could
really
just bet-
cool. That guy picked
You
up
should
the
just
table.
bet people, but like, dude, I bet you I can't lift this with one arm. And they're like, oh yeah, totally you can't. And then you do, and then you win money.
Yep. Look at that. People are always going to doubt you, and you can always prove them wrong.
You're like the
you would
ultimate
win
underdog.
so many bets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
so many bets.
for me, it's an interesting question because I'm actually right now like I've been working out to try to get big. Because I've been scrawny my whole life. Like, I was like a
Hey,
beanpole.
man, me too.
So like I'm working out, and now I'm finally normal sized. And I'm trying to get like super buff. So like for me, it's like I almost would choose to be super buff and just be like as strong as I was before I started working out because I would at least reach my goal, like half of my goal.
Yeah,
But at the same time, being super strong for no reason isn't that cool.
I feel like you have to look strong more than you have to be strong in this day and age.
Yep.
That's a superficial mentality, Luke.
I'm just saying, I think that that's the truth, though.
I mean, like,
No,
like
that's
Luke is
that
kind of
is
right.
your-
We don't
that is
live.
your society has induced that opinion into your mind because it's not true.
All right,
Well,
so
it's
Shane, what
because
do
it's
you
what
choose?
society does.
I know. So why are you giving into society's
I'm not
standards?
giving
for
into
yourself?
society, but
yeah,
I'm
you are, Luke.
but I'm doing what I need.
Yes, you are. That's
Be
exactly
a buff
what you
little
just
man
said.
and destroy society.
You just said
If I was a
You would
buff
be-
little man, I would be on the news, and then I would be famous. And
Yeah, exactly.
it might not be a good fame.
no.
I'd be
Oh,
like
Scrawny-
it'd be like freak show fame.
Scrawny Luke Roxwell can lift 500 pounds.
That's right.
Johnny Rocks.
I'd go to the government would steal me away and do experiments
They
on me.
wouldn't do a bunch of tests.
That's true.
Yeah, and then I'd be like Fantastic Four or something. Strap me down to a table and start doing experiments on me to figure out why I have superpowers. Yep.
Yeah,
See?
I think I'd probably
I think through
choose. I'd probably choose super buff and like Because like you're a 15-year-old guy.
Well,
like,
well
you're
wait.
not, like,
Let me ask you:
utterly weak. You're just not.
Are you,
especially
if
strong?
you're scrawny and strong, do you have the ability to get buff,
No, you stay the
or
same.
do your muscles just not? Your muscles just don't grow.
And yeah, your muscles just don't grow. You stay
It
the
depends
same.
on how small you are. Like if my shoulders were like shrimpy, no,
Yeah.
I would hate that.
How scrawny are we talking?
Like Steve Rogers in the beginning of the Captain America movie.
That's pretty off. His head,
Okay,
his head
well,
looks
if
so
you're-
weird. Like his head looks
Yeah,
huge
like,
that's
compared to his
CGI.
body.
You still be like pretty, like you still have like a nice face like you have now. Your faces will be the same, I guess. Like you won't be like that ugly.
Oh, Michael, thank you.
Yeah, you guys look
No,
great
you
over the radio. You all have faces for radio.
That's right. You have a good face already.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
well,
I think I know. Like in
if
my
you put
heart,
it like
I want to
that-
say, that I would choose scrawny strength, but I think I would just choose buffness. At least like at first. I don't know.
Which one would you choose, Shane?
well, my original answer is the scrawny strength one, but if I'm going to be like as scrawny as Steve Rogers at the beginning of Captain America, that's a little unsettling.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, I mean, so if that's the case, I probably would choose be buff and not strong, but
I feel like you wouldn't get credit for being strong if you were that size, because people would be like, "Oh, you're just a freak. You're just strong naturally." It wouldn't be like, "Oh, look how hard that guy worked to be strong."
Well, people don't care about how hard you work. They just care what you can do.
I would just turn myself and make viral videos.
I mean, I'd probably become an athlete if I was a scrawny buff dude or scrawny
that's
scrawny
true.
strong guy.
You'd be like a runner,
Yeah,
or like not a runner, a
or a lifter or a fighter.
Oh yeah, you could
Or
be
a
a
ninja.
fighter. You could be lightweight fighter because you'd be so strong, but then
Oh,
you
yeah.
could fight people that were really weak or really light.
Exactly. Or just destroy. So I don't know. I'm kind of split.
Well,
But I'm gonna
I'm
stick
in the
with
same
buffness.
boat. I'm in the same boat as Michael. Like, I'm trying to get like buff and stuff, so I guess I'll choose be buff just because that's what my current life is based around. So,
Yep,
sure,
buff.
I'll be superficial.
Brent, what
Alright.
about you?
And it's skinny. I don't care.
All right.
I guess.
You'd
I
be
really
like super
understand the
good at
advantages
video
of the one.
games. You'd have super muscular fingers, but they'd be really small.
That sounds weird.
You'd have to get
Oh, yeah, smashing them
a new
keys.
controller every week because he just breaks it.
Yeah, right. You just
You get
smash it
angry.
Yeah,
right
but
in the
I win all the money at bar bets because people don't think I'm strong. So it's
There you go.
That's true.
Think about all the arm wrestling contests you would win.
snap people's arms. I don't know. That might be a legality
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Well, you're as strong as The Rock. I don't think The Rock can snap people's arms off when an arm wrestling.
I-
people,
I think you
people
probably
snap people's
could.
arms
I mean,
in arm wrestling all the time.
if you wanted to on
Yeah,
purpose,
I've seen videos.
I think
of
if he
people
really
snapping
tried,
arms.
I think he could.
They don't look that insanely strong. It happens. It just depends on where you're putting pressure.
I'm always afraid of that. Like that, I'm gonna twist. Like if I was doing an arm wrestling, I'm gonna twist my arm, and it's gonna go to the point that I can't go back any further. And they're gonna be like, "No, I'm a win," and then they'll just snap my arm.
yeah, that's always.
That's a fear.
Well,
That's like
if anyone takes
a nightmare. Of mine.
if anyone takes it that seriously,
No, that is serious. That can actually happen.
I know, but I'm saying if anyone takes
Cereal.
an arm wrestling contest that's serious,
Oh,
that they
well,
snap your arm.
there. Have you seen
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of the
yeah.
like the professional arm wrestling challenges?
why are there?
Yeah, but you're not in
professional arm
you're not in
wrestling?
professional arm wrestling, so
Why is professional arm wrestling a thing?
it's just like
Why
any other sport. Just like, oh, I bet my right arm is stronger than
It's
your
not
right
a
arm.
sport.
They have professional.
Anything's a
slap
sport
contests,
if you
too.
try hard enough.
Everything's well, if you can turn it into a competition, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
With that
That's
attitude,
stupid.
yeah. There's a
heck?
profession. There's a sport where you. I don't. I mean,
I'm
it
triggered
might
by
not be.
this.
It might not be a professional sport, but two people will stand there and slap each other as hard as they can and take turns.
Oh, I've seen that. That's funny as fuck.
That's I know it's a
It's
game.
so funny.
Oh,
That's really good.
wow.
Yeah,
I like
I
the
don't.
ones
I
when they
don't
pass out. It's great.
yeah,
Humanity is interesting.
I know the way we find entertainment is quite entertaining. Actually,
It
go
is.
figure.
Oh, everyone has their interest. That's all.
Speaking of entertainment, go-karts.
Oh yeah.
Most
They're all right.
entertaining vehicle of all.
Yeah, Brent,
I
why
think,
don't
I
you
think that goes to bumper cars.
talk to us about go-karts?
For a work thing today, we went to I forget the place. It's a go-kart place. Doesn't matter. So,
Like Mario Kart.
yeah, it's a team building exercise. It was cool.
Oh, nice.
We did a 5-minute practice run, a 5-minute qualifier, and then a 14-minute final race if you made it. Excuse me.
You're qualified.
Yeah. Some people didn't get to race. Some people didn't want to race.
Oh, what? They went and they didn't race?
You had to qualify? Wait,
Well-
what? That's
Well,
intense.
no, like
They're the
so.
qual-
It's 5-minute practice to learn how to do the
It's not-
track, and then a 5-minute qualifier, and it puts you either in Group A or Group B. Group A was the only group to win a trophy.
Oh.
Oh, so this wasn't really team building. This was to see who was the best.
Yes,
Let's do
team
team building
competition.
by
So-
putting everyone against each other.
I made my username Toad. I'm the best because it's the greatest dialogue in Mario Kart. Anyway, so I was in the mentality of Mario Kart. And I was trying to drift around corners, and I was doing it. Like I was sliding on the wheels because I was braking too hard, and I was getting the turns and shit. But you come to a complete stop, so that wasn't really the
See, that's the
best
thing. Like
strategy.
when I did go-karting, it was like I got really excited and I was like, I'm in Mario Kart, and I would do that power slide thing where you whip your wheels out to the side, and like apparently that's not as good for you because it slows your car down.
It does,
You
but
need
I
to
was
use your brakes.
I wasn't really thinking about it. But anyway, I was doing great in the practice run, and then in the qualifier, that was when so they had these yellow lights that would go off, and you're supposed to slow down because someone had to run on the track to help someone or do something. So I was following fucking rules. I slowed down. No one else did, so that screwed over my qualifying
'cause they're trying to
time,
win.
and I didn't get a good average,
Yep.
so I didn't make it into the A Cup, basically, or
Oh.
Team A or whatever. I was pissed, and then they didn't say my name for the qualifying at all. I mean the tournament at all. So I wasn't in A or B. I was super pissed, and then people were like making fun of my time. I'm like, you fuckers were cheating! Like, I was so mad. And then
Team
They found
building.
one of my coworkers
You
guys
gave
are all
up his.
That's
One
right.
of my coworkers gave up his time trial because he didn't want to do it anymore. So it's like, okay. And then they said that they had an error and they gave out the new sheet, and I was on the new sheet. But I was still in Team B. But I was like, all right, well, at least I didn't suck so bad. And then
Did you
then,
guys see? Oh, sorry. I was gonna say like because I've been go karting once before, and it's like the interesting part about it is it's not really knowing about how to go fast. It's about knowing when to brake and when to turn. Like that's the
Yeah,
total key to it.
like normal
in the
driving.
14-minute one, I figured out how to do it faster, and I wasn't drifting anymore, which I was sad about. I enjoyed
It's
that,
fun.
even though it wasn't
Drifting
fast.
is fun.
But so in that one, I was third. I had third best of the loser bracket, so I was third place. And we all got to start from a grid like most races, so that was awesome. Instead of just back to back, how sometimes they do.
Yeah.
So we get the green flag, and then I catch up to second place, and I can't get around him because track's not super enormous. And then I hit his bumper, and I was like almost spun out because I kept hitting into him and shit.
Oh, you
And
can
so
hit
eventually,
people?
no,
can
you're not
hit
allowed
people?
to. You
Oh.
can a little bit, but you're not allowed to just ram into people.
Why did you get so
No,
excited
because
about that?
when I went go karting, you weren't allowed to hit people.
Well, you're allowed to bump into people, but you weren't allowed to ram them into walls.
How
and shit.
fast were these go karts?
They were going up to 40 miles.
Wow.
You can bump people at 40 miles an hour?
I was right next to him, so it wasn't really that much difference.
I almost died. I'll tell this story later, but I almost died in a go kart.
Dude, that's a good story.
Yeah.
That almost
it's really
happened.
the short.
that
It's
almost
really
happened at
short.
work.
It's like I almost died at the end.
That almost happened to work as well.
Oh,
I will tell you that story.
Oh no.
It was during go-karts. For the people who use metrics, it's 64 kilometers per hour. Anyway, so he eventually spun out. There was 2 turns that were really tight, and you had to brake really hard, or you had to skid just right to get the angle. And I was skidding everything just right until I started braking, and that was less fun. But anyway, so he spun out and faced totally the other way. I was like, yes! And I just went around him. And
Nice.
then, so then I was just me in first place. And so I was sitting there, I was trying to catch
Yeah,
up.
boy.
and I thought I caught up to him. It turned out whoever was in last place sucked so bad I was catching up to last place.
You
So,
laughed them. That's the best.
And then she ran into me, and then that slowed me down. So I was like, fuck. And so I kept going, and then the yellow lights come on. I was like, oh my god, not again.
What's the yellow? What's yellow light mean?
He had to brake because someone spun out and they needed help.
Oh.
Or flipped over, which almost happened, which is what I was going to talk about.
Suck.
But,
Flipped over. That would
But
suck.
either way, a situation happened where a staff member had to run onto the track, and so they didn't want you to run into them.
Yeah.
So I was like,
no one
fuck.
looked over this time.
Nobody wants to
No.
die. That makes sense.
But it was a guy in first place. He had wrecked. I was like, sweet. So I caught up to him and I passed
You got
him.
hit by
And then
a
the rest of the
vehicle.
race was me and him going back and forth, trying to pass each other. And then he spun out one last time on the final lap, and I got first place.
Nice.
First
Nice.
place of last place.
First place losers.
Yeah.
Because
Losers.
people are fucking cheaters. And then when I was watching
Those are the worst.
watching Team A race, a lot of people were, so you weren't supposed to pass someone anymore when the yellow went on, unless they were wrecked or whatever, where they
Right.
can't obviously move. But if they're moving, you're not allowed to pass them. That's not fair. That's cheating.
Right.
Yeah.
So people were doing that all the time. Team A was just a bunch of fucking cheaters, man. I was watching. I'm like, you guys
YOLO.
are assholes, man.
YOLO.
Playing dangerous.
But anyway,
Putting people at risk. Cheaters.
one of the guys who made it into the qualifier
Cheaters.
for Team A, he was ridiculous. So they had a black flag where they would show you it. It meant, hey, you're being ridiculous. And then they had one where they would wave it and they say, hey, you're being super ridiculous. Here's your penalty. And if you did it enough times, they'd kick you out. And there was
Right.
stuff on the walls talking about how you can get a misdemeanor for being too aggressive. It's like,
Oh.
wow, holy shit. But anyway,
I mean, yeah, it's like driving.
he
So,
was like ridiculous and he almost flipped himself over. He was like tipped onto two wheels.
Dang.
Like, he was fucking ramming into walls and shit, and, like, he caused, like, 2 accidents. One of them involved 3 people.
He's like knocking
it was
people
just-
off the
he,
track.
he had no fear. Like, and then at the end, we were like, man, you're crazy. He's like, it was fun.
That was nice.
It was fun. It was chill.
Yeah, they were
Casual.
waving the black flag at him. It was funny. They're like,
Oh
hey.
man. You're like, calm down, sir.
I wonder if they had like a remote like shut off for each remote control car. They just, like
They
you just
did.
turn your
They,
car.
they were
do?
able to, they had remote
Oh.
controls on the cars to slow your car down
That's awesome.
and to stop them and stuff.
Oh
And so
man.
at one point they slowed my car down, but I wasn't going nuts. I was only going a little bit over probably what they wanted. But man, I was just
Speeding.
like, you guys are cheating. What the hell's wrong with you? I'm not even in this race and you're cheating.
You're right. You're like,
Like,
we're supposed to be a team.
What? This is like,
Team building.
there are
exercises.
rules. And then like at the end they were talking shit to me like, oh, your times are so bad. I'm like, oh yeah. You wanna play some Mario Kart? You wanna
I'll see you in the virtual world.
Meet me
like?
on the Wii
And the
U,
guy was
though.
talking shit. I versed him in Mario Kart 8. He never beat me. Like I will like. Come on, man. Like,
I mean, it's a little bit different playing Mario Kart.
it is
than
different,
racing.
but
will-
like,
School you. It is.
but he's
yeah.
talking shit. Like I can't do it. I don't know.
Maybe
I mean,
you
I-
played by the
we're
rules.
friends,
am
but,
I right?
I hate stuff like that, man. Where like you do things the right way and
there's
people
no
cheat,
rules.
And then they give me shit.
and then
Like,
they win.
dude.
they get away with it. It's super annoying.
So when
Like,
I went, oh, go ahead.
I just was super frustrated. Like it's
With-
just, I don't know. It sucked. Anyway, sorry. Okay.
I went go karting in this place in North Carolina. Actually, it's a a GoPro go kart place.
GoPro kart.
So it's like
Interesting.
sponsored by GoPro.
Cool.
And the same thing where the cars go like 40, 50 miles an hour or something like that.
Mhm.
It's all outside. I don't know if
Danger.
So anyway,
Dangerous.
so I'm driving and it's my first time like driving
Ooh,
a go-kart
go-kart.
like that, and there's a lot of strategy that kind of goes into it where you have to brake at the right time and then
Mhm.
turn at the right time. All this sort of, it's a lot harder than people would think it is. It's not just like hold the gas down, just go as fast as you can. You know.
Well, yeah, it's like driving an actual
Well, I mean,
car.
people
Yeah,
that
man.
drive actual cars. I mean, if you think about it, people that drive actual cars aren't ever, or just normally, aren't racing. You know, so it's like
I'm always racing
okay,
someone.
well, I wish I was cooler driving my car because I don't race.
Well, like they say,
Because I would lose because my car is not good for racing. So anyway, I'm driving and I'm not doing great because I don't know what I'm doing yet, and I keep power sliding because it's so fun. You know, so I'm sliding and then I slow way down and people zip past me, but it's
That's right.
still like I'm still pumped up because I'm like Mario Kart sliding. So when I first started learning to drive
Little kid.
back in high school, I was playing this video game where you could also drive in the city and crash into cars and run away from cops and stuff. And I had to be careful because
Grand Theft Auto.
no, it wasn't Grand Theft Auto, but it's the
Oh yeah, I
same
forgot you were.
same premise, and I had to be careful that I wasn't like instincts weren't kicking in when I was driving a real car. You know, like a policeman pulls
Was
up
it
and
that
you're like,
hard to like disconnect it?
Crash.
well, it
Luke's like in
Pedestrians.
the game. I hit
XP.
police officers. Do I do this in real
That's
life
right.
as well?
The pedestrians will jump out of the way. It's fine. Just zip through this crowd. So
You're
500
Um,
points.
Anyway, the same sort of thing happened when I drove a go-kart because I got over it when I was driving a regular car, but when I was driving a go-kart, I like turned into Mario Kart. I was like, this is I can just this isn't a real car. If I crash, I won't get hurt. It's a video game. And so I'm zipping around the track. And there at the very end of the track, there was like almost a 180-degree full turn. Or no, sorry, it was a 90-degree turn, but you would go really, really fast, and then the last turn you'd go to the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
So I was not doing very well, and people kept passing me, and then my friend was about to pass me, so then I'm like going as fast as I can, and I spin out,
right.
and he zips past me. So I was really mad. So then I kept driving even faster to make up for that lost time, and so here's the part where I almost died. So I was going around that final turn, and I skidded, and my car skidded too far, and I spun out.
Your car skid.
So then it spun out.
I mean, I'm just saying, skidded's not
I don't
the proper
need-
usage of the word.
Shayne, to correct my grammar.
I'm just trying to help you out, Luke.
So
Just trying
my
to help
car-
Luke. Stop being an ass.
My car did a complete 180 turn, turned all the way around, and I was kind of going backwards. And as soon as I turned around, another go-kart was like coming around the corner, heading straight for me. And thankfully, he moved out of the way and just like was like literally 6 inches away from my car and just went like, whoom, like right by it. And it happened so fast that I didn't quite realize how serious it was until we all got back into the like hangout room of the race, and they were like, all right guys, this is like, you gotta be careful out there because people were getting reckless out there. And I looked at my friend and I was like, they're talking to me.
You
And the best
almost
part
died.
about it, this is a plug, I vlogged it all, so I literally have a
Yep.
GoPro footage of me
nice.
spinning out and almost getting run over.
Go
So,
check it out.
I'll-
Luke Roxwell vlogs. YouTube.com.
Yeah, just type in Luke
How
Roxwell
many
vlogs
times shit
go kart.
happens?
So anyway, yeah, fun story. I almost died
That's crazy.
because it could have like bounced up and like hit me in the head.
Oh wait, I think I saw that vlog.
It's pretty good.
Pretty sure I saw it.
It's pretty good.
Speaking of vlogs, dating, Michael, why don't you talk about your life?
Yep, that's totally related.
Man, these
Great
segues
segue.
get so much better every week.
Michael,
I
you've been gone for a while. Why don't you talk about your life and how you?
Yeah, Michael.
Dude, my life is insane. So, the past like 2 or 3 weeks that I haven't been on here, I applied for like 5 jobs, and I got 2 jobs that were not jobs that I applied for. And
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
I'm moving.
Perfect.
Hey,
unless
I got a
sucks.
job. No, they're good. I got a job as the music director at a church called Lifehouse.
whoa!
Oh,
So
sweet.
that's pretty freaking sweet. It's like one of my dream jobs.
If you get paid to do music stuff, you're doing amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I was already doing like, I have like weekly gigs and stuff that I get paid for. So like I'm doing all right with music. Like it's like a chunk of my income, but now it's even more. And I'm like, sweet.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I do a lot of like construction and stuff, and I got some more jobs to do that, like on the side when I need to fill up cracks in my schedule.
Right.
And I'm moving into a new place. I've been moving stuff in lately, and
It's just you, isn't it? It's just you and me right now.
well, I actually got
Oh,
1.5 roommates already. So yeah.
Half with me.
Is
Are
one
you
of
like
them-
saying a paraplegics? Half a
Yeah, really. Does
What's-
one of them
what's
have
happening?
no legs? Or
One of
do you
them
have a
is
dog?
like it's still
One's like a
thinking
service
of
dog.
moving in, but
Oh.
we'll see. But the
I don't
craziest
think
thing
that's
is
still
also
half
so
a
like
person.
so yeah, huh?
No, don't
Yeah.
worry about it. It's fine.
How dare you, Michael? That's
Right.
no. I'm kidding. Let's keep moving on.
So what did he do?
I don't know. I assume someone's
You
humanhood.
said half of. You're calling people half people.
He's
and
half. He's half a roommate. He's not half a person.
Oh.
He's a whole human,
I just
half a roommate.
All right. I guess I don't need to get you fired
Half a
from your
roommate.
job now. So that's good.
So yeah, to recap, like, and I'll add some stuff like so, like, you know,
That's true. He didn't name it.
I got a new job.
I
I'm
lost a new
moving,
job.
and my girlfriend and I broke up, and all this craziness. So actually, right, the last podcast
Rip.
I was on, right before I came on the
Dang.
podcast.
wait.
Whoa. This
No,
is.
it's
Hold
not
on.
a
I'm
joke.
sorry. Hold up. Let's just take.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
just take a second.
Oh,
Let's
wait.
take a second for a second
I'm
because
kinda
like this.
interested now.
Let's take a second for a
podcast
second.
This
real.
is the most dramatic thing anyone's brought up on the podcast so far.
Is it?
Yeah, I know. I was like, this podcast just got real.
Yeah, I purposely didn't tell you guys I wanted to be a good reaction on the podcast.
Yeah, because so FYI, this is not us like reenacting. This is the first time he's told. Well, that sucks, man.
It does suck.
So what
like,
happened?
Like the last podcast I was on was right after like that, and I was like super sad. I didn't want to tell you guys, but it was
Wait,
great
you were
not
on the
talking about it.
podcast? You
Yeah,
were on the podcast?
it was crazy.
What?
Wait.
Yeah, man.
She was the one you did that contest with, right? The Battle of the
Yeah.
Bands.
So I'll tell a brief story about that.
Hold
She
on,
broke
hold
up
on.
with you on the podcast? Is that what you're saying?
No, we have to go.
Is it because you guys
we have
didn't
to go
win?
back. Which episode was this?
This was like the last one I was on. The
I know,
was
but
like two
what
episodes
was that
ago.
episode?
The one with Sean Martin.
Oh, so if I like go back and listen to that, will I notice that you're sad?
I don't think so. I was laughing a lot. I had already finished crying by the time the
Luke
podcast
wants
started.
to dissect his psyche.
Right.
Hey, go back,
I'm
guys,
sorry.
and
I'm
listen.
gonna stop
See-
talking. Michael, take over.
Go back, check out 2 podcasts ago. See if you can hear me crying in the
Listen for all
background.
his inflections.
But so yeah, so it was
crying.
crazy. So yeah, from before I told you guys about this battle of the bands my girlfriend and I were doing. It was like an acoustic thing. We did the first round. We got through the second round. It was sweet. The next round was on Sunday. On Thursday, we were like, she's coming over to like help me move some stuff and like practice. And we made breakfast.
Oh.
And long story short,
I'm like,
I don't want
I'm
to
like
put too much of like
sweating.
her personal information out there or anything. But long story short,
That's right. Doxer. It's fine.
long story short, she was like, "Hey, like, I think I need a break or something. Like, I feel like I'm not like ready for a relationship in general at this point in my life. She's had some stuff she wants to figure out,
Oh man.
like,
She's
you know,
lesbian.
Yeah, she wants to.
some stuff.
Yeah, she wants
And,
to figure out her. That's
so
fine.
that
Did
was
you see it? Did you see it coming at all?
I had some weird feelings, like something was gonna happen because
Great
we
ship.
were dating for like 3 months at that point. So I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
3 months is like, you know, usually like the test.
3 months is
That's
like
not-
is
That's a little bit of time.
No,
yeah.
Stuff
3
always
months
kind
is
of
like-
happens around 3 months.
it either works out or doesn't work out. Well,
Yeah.
It's 3 months.
No, that's
It's fine.
stupid. I'm not gonna
So
say
I was
that.
like,
That's really
I
dumb.
was just wondering. I was like,
But-
I don't know if I'm just being like overthinking it or what. Because I just think about everything.
Mhm.
Right.
So she was like, she was gonna help me clean out my room and stuff. And after we like had breakfast, she was like, oh, by the way, like, you know, all this stuff. And she was like, yeah, I just really feel like I need to do this.
By the way, I don't like you anymore.
Oh,
Which, like,
man.
that's the weird thing. Not to put too. I'm not trying to talk about all about it, but like, it's not like our relationship was like freaking awesome.
No, we want to know.
Like, it's not. It's not like
this
she
is
was.
juicy.
It's not, she was like,
I'm a
like,
fan.
you're awesome. Like, I still love you. Like, you're a great dude. It's not like anything that you do. It's just like what I have to figure stuff out on my own.
Yeah, it's her.
And then I was like, oh,
It's
this
me, not
sucks.
you.
And we talked about it for a while. And then she was like, so do you want to go clean out your room? I was like, no.
You're like,
Like,
get out of
no.
my house.
I really,
Like-
well, like, I really wanted to just like go away, just like walk somewhere else and like.
Yeah.
But like
from time to
we still
time,
had
yeah.
to practice for the battle of the bands, dude.
Oh,
$400
man.
was on the
Dropping
line.
out.
You guys are getting
So-
like passive
We're dropping
aggressive
out of the
at each
band.
other.
Nah, like it's cool. We're not fighting or anything. It gets more complicated, as I'll tell you. But like,
Oh.
I don't know. So like we
Well,
were
how did you feel when she said that?
Oh, I felt like crap, dude. I was just like, what? No, that's stupid. Like, I don't agree with taking breaks in general in relationships. I think it's usually a bad
yeah,
idea.
there's no such
You
thing
break
as a break.
up,
Yeah,
or you stay
there's
together.
no such thing as a break.
Yeah, and like
exactly.
I don't agree with necessarily what she is saying, but she feels like God is telling her to do it, and she said she's thought a lot about it. And
Can't argue with that.
I believe in God. I don't think that God is in everyone's life. I'm not trying to like blast her on the internet or anything like that. She's a smart girl, but
I mean, we don't know her.
yeah,
so.
but she does.
Well.
She's listened to a few episodes. I don't know if she'll hear this one.
You can decide what you want to talk about.
Well, no, you're not dating anymore.
so-
she won't listen.
So, but yeah, so like
I mean,
she, you know, she's
mean,
got
he's
some stuff to
probably
figure
right.
out. So I couldn't
Yeah,
convince
probably
her of
right.
anything. She's like, yeah, I just feel this way. She's a very feelings person. I'm the total opposite.
Logic.
But yeah, so after that talk, we talked a lot and like cried a little bit. I even cried. It was crazy. And girls make me cry, man. It's like I'm not very,
cry.
I'm not very
There's
big
nothing wrong
crier,
with crying.
but girls always make me cry. I don't know what it is.
Crying
Like,
is one of the best things you can
I'll
do
be like, dude, that's a girl over there.
for yourself.
I don't know what it is, man.
Every time
All
you
right,
see
maybe
the
that's a
girl
little.
just
That's a little
breaks
much.
up in
Girls
tears.
just make me emotional, dude. But like, so afterwards, we were like, we talked for a while, and then we were like, all right, well, let's go practice some songs. And so like, we're a guy and girl like duo, so
Like
like
music, that's even
most of the
worse,
songs we
yeah.
play like that sound good with guys and girls are like love
Love
songs.
songs.
So like,
Yeah, nope.
I started
Awkward.
like trying to find songs to sing, and I'm like picking this love song, but it's like kind of a breakup song, and I'm singing it, and I just start crying. She starts crying, and then we start laughing because like we're trying to sing love songs together, but we can't because we keep crying. It was just it was crazy.
Man. That's
So we practiced
messy.
all day. It was pretty crazy.
Just saying party songs.
Yeah, but no, love songs are like where it's at, dude. Like, and like,
Yeah,
plus,
I know.
I knew like this sounds terrible, but like, I was like, I'm gonna capitalize on my sadness. Like, I'm gonna play like the saddest songs. I'm gonna be so emotional. I'm gonna make the
Start
crowd
breaking
cry.
out like
You'll
Sam
shed
Smith.
a tear up on stage.
Oh, dude, yeah. So we ended up playing
Oh.
the Battle of the Bands. It was like 3 days later. We played the song by Leanne LaHavis called "No Room for Doubt," which had nothing to do with us. It was like a, I don't know, like a early dating song. And we played
Okay.
"If I Ain't Got You" by Alicia Keys, I think. Yeah, and we played
That's a good song.
Shayne, you're the resident pop expert.
"Say Something" by Great Big World.
I know that's a great song. If
I
got
will
It is.
take your word for
I
all.
brought like a
I
little
wouldn't,
piano
I wouldn't have
and played it.
I wouldn't have sang that song if I just broke up with someone.
Dude, I knew what I was doing though. So I played Great Big World. Oops, I dropped my mic. And I played
Say something.
yeah. And I played
Oh,
Michael,
man.
what are you doing?
Without You by this band called Oh Wonder. So the whole set literally went from like being in a relationship to like breaking up. And like during Say Something, like
Did you announce the split on the stage?
nah, I didn't want to bring that drama into this. But like during Say
You could have
Something,
broken
Breaking up
up
with the
on
band.
stage.
during Say
like,
Something, like
staged it.
I meant like break up the band, not like other.
well, during Say Something, like the line where it's like, "You are the one that I love." I just looked at her and I was like, started like crying. I was like singing
Oh,
through my
man.
tears. But dude, the crowd loved it. They were like crying and stuff.
Michael.
We actually didn't win. This reggae band beat us. But dude, it was awesome. Like
Oh,
I was definitely kind of trying to use my sadness to my advantage.
Yeah.
So
got
then
it.
yeah.
Right.
we took like a week to
production
like
value.
it took like a week to like not talk and
Production
like
value.
fast and pray and stuff. Like I'm really like I'm a Christian. I really
Fast.
think the power of prayer is awesome. So we prayed for a while and like came back and talked in a week, and she's like, "Yeah, so I feel like I need to do this. Like there's just lots of things I need to work out, and I can't like focus on too many things at once right now." Which I think if you want to work on focusing on more than one thing, you should try focusing on one thing. That's how you get better at stuff. But whatever. And but basically, like we're still friends. Like she's actually helping me move right now, and we're still gonna work on music. And we might get together down the road. We might not. So it kind of sucks.
Right.
I got to figure out what to do. I'm just taking it one step at a time. But it's pretty crazy. And that's my life.
Wow.
Well, how do you feel about just being friends instead of like doing stuff?
I'd rather just be friends than nothing, and I can still like.
Yeah.
It's like it'd be easier to get back together if we're still in each other's lives all the time than if we're
well,
like.
just
not.
Yeah,
You
just
want to get back?
speaking.
You want to get back together?
Speaking from experience, you want to be careful about putting yourself in a place where you
Luke, what
don't-
experience do you have?
recently a lot, but we're not going to get into that on this podcast.
I thought we
But-
were. That's the point. This is the dating podcast.
So-
you brought this up last week with your
What? Oh,
adventures.
nope, we're done.
What, adventures? Come on, Luke.
So basically, no,
There's
hold
a
up.
word.
I got to get this out. Okay, so
yeah, we'll
basically,
finish talking about me. Then we'll talk about Luke.
no, we're talking about Shayne next. Stick to the
I got
plan. So what I was going to say is you got to be careful about putting yourself in a place where you're kind of hoping you'll get back with this girl, and then you never,
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
you,
I'm not
don't- you
gonna-
never pursue another girl because you keep thinking, oh,
I'm not gonna stay
maybe.
like. I'm not gonna stay
story
somewhere like.
of my life.
I have like
Yeah,
a
that's pretty
timeline.
common problem.
I have like a timeline
I
where
know.
like if things are
Oh,
not
look, you know my story.
going ideal way
with,
at a certain point, I'll like either make a break or give her a choice. But I'm not trying to like be so rash and just make a decision right now. Like I'm never gonna talk to you again,
Yeah.
or like I'm gonna like just only
But
see her sometimes.
honestly, sometimes you do. The best thing for two people, like in that type of situation, is space.
Yep. So we've been giving each other some space, and like we're gonna hang out some stuff sometime soon. Like I don't want to just like be in a relationship. Like I want to be in a relationship with her. So I'm gonna try to see what can happen. I'm not gonna
Right.
do anything rash. I'm also not gonna be an idiot and like wait around my whole life. You know, if things change, things
Yeah.
change. If things
So,
go in a good direction, they will.
Don't. Yeah.
From
Then I'll
my
take it.
experience, don't say anything, Shayne. From my experience, when you take a break on something like this, it is best to just assume it won't ever work out, and then, like you said, you can be friends. And you
Assume
can
the
hang out.
worst. and
But
hope for the best.
I'm just saying it. I hate to say it so early because it's just literally just happened, but it does. I don't know. You just don't want to get yourself wrapped up in that like potential game
Yeah.
where you're like maybe, and so then you say no to other girls. You don't talk. You don't make as much of an effort with other girls because you kind of keep thinking in the back of your head like, well, this might
6
still
years strong.
Yeah.
work out. Yeah, I've
I
done
mean,
it before.
in general, like I don't really talk to girls.
did
I
it
don't
for
like try to
6
date girls
years.
that much anyway. Like there's literally a story that all my friends know. I'll tell later. Where like I literally ran away from these two French girls on the beach that I just sang and played ukulele
You
to.
ran away.
Like
I don't
It's
believe
not-
this story.
It's not my. Like, I'm not always out there trying to get girls' numbers or anything, so I don't really care about that.
Right.
I'm just gonna live my life and see what happens. It's gonna
Shayne,
suck, but it might be good.
You can really do.
What were you saying, Shayne? This is a 6-year thing?
Oh, no, because you said, don't get caught up in trying to be with like the same person, hoping it works. I said, yeah, that was me for 6 years.
Dang, dude.
With, I told you, Luke, with Catherine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was six years of just saying no to other people, waiting, hoping it would work out.
Yeah.
I got over that, but whatever.
It is a
it sucks.
very common situation.
Yeah.
Yep, girls are stupid every day.
We're all
Well, I
stupid
don't-
every day.
Yeah, that's the better answer.
We're all
Humans are
stupid.
stupid.
I'm
Well,
not
here's what I tell people. I
It's not
said,
But we don't know what we're doing.
Everyone's
We're
stupid
just
except for
figuring
us.
it out.
that's right.
Well,
Except
that's
this
not.
podcast. Except this podcast.
No, here's what I say is that we're all stupid. The only reason I have my warped perspective is because I'm not trying to date guys. So like their stupidity doesn't really affect me quite that
it's
They can
much.
be your
irrelevant.
friends. They can be your buddy.
I know, but like you know
butt
what I'm
buddy.
saying?
Can be
Like
your buddy.
That's right.
I don't have to deal with the crap that guys do because I'm not trying to date guys.
It's true.
It's true. It is
I'm with
true.
you there.
So
I'm
I
not
only
trying to
noticed
date
it-
anyone.
That's right. Married.
Brent.
That's
I'm not
right.
talking to anyone.
Brent's like,
Take
man,
it.
life really sucks for you guys.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, this must suck. I don't know what to tell
It's
you.
like, ooh,
Don't know what
that
that's like.
struggle though.
I remember your life
That's right.
years ago.
When I was a young,
Back in my youth.
When I was a young 20-something instead of a later 20-something.
20-something.
that's right. 20-somethings they suck. 20s
Sure.
are rough.
I don't know, my life's pretty great. So
Well,
You're
well,
trying
you're
to figure it
you're
out.
like getting
Well,
out of your
mine was
20s.
pretty good, too.
You know, like
That's
you're
true.
hitting that point where you're kind of getting
I got
out
a
of that.
house, I'm married. Like everything's going great.
Living the dream.
It's funny because John and I, before we started the podcast chat, John and I would complain about our jobs. Like this is our old jobs. So like we'd complain about our old jobs. I'd complain about being in LA and not liking it and not finding a girlfriend. And like him and I were like all stressed out. And Brent's like, oh, well, I love my job and I'm getting married and I have a house. And it's like, thanks,
Yeah,
Brent.
that's how it works.
Thanks.
Your goals aren't high enough.
So glad that your life is so good.
That's right.
Good, I'm glad.
He'd literally
Great.
interject it in the middle of us complaining. He'd be like, well, my life's great.
I mean, that's the way to do
Oh,
it. You
it's
need
so
that. You
funny.
need that type of
My
friend.
life is great
It's
in
like,
general.
well,
Like
Oh,
90%
that's
of
good.
it is freaking awesome.
What I'm doing is it will eventually turn around. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe.
yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Well,
That's the
we
most
all-
positive
Definitely
thing.
turn around, maybe.
That's the
I
most
mean,
positive thing
I
that Brent's
can't-
ever said.
I can't say it will because, I mean, you could die. So,
I
I
could.
mean, shit happens. But, I mean, probably will turn around. Probably be fine.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a good chance. I have a good chance, man. It's not like
If you're positive, it
yeah.
might turn out okay.
no, Mike, you have no chances. All your chances are gone.
Always
to zero.
sharing the realist.
You've used all 3 of your magical genie wishes. and
Dang it.
it's,
Your monkey's paw is closed.
It's GG.
R.I.P. Rip.
Yep.
Rip dip.
So, is there any other updates, Michael, other than this happened? And are you like trying to pursue other girls? Like I know where you're coming from. Where you're
He
saying,
wants her.
hold up. I know where you're coming
is
from.
admirable.
I know where you're coming from. Where it's like you're not just dating girls to date girls because that's a thing to do.
Yeah.
But what I'm curious about is like, I don't know. Whenever I'm single, which is most of the time, I'm just
Same
kind
here,
of,
dude.
I'm just kind of like,
Luke is so bitter.
I'm just kind of like looking around to
Kinda.
see,
I mean,
you know, I see a girl and I'm like, potentially,
Yeah.
and then
like,
I get to know her, you know, but I
Even, like,
switch
yeah.
that on.
Yeah, in my single mode, like I'm always like, hey, that girl's cute. Like I'll talk to people all the time. Like I like to make friends
Yeah.
in every
Right.
form.
But
and
he's
then like
saying he's not going up to every girl like, hey, what's your number?
Yeah.
Hey, we should hang out
Right.
sometime.
I don't think anyone's gonna assume you're doing that because
Yeah.
kind of.
I think
dopey.
I think Luke just wants to know like if I can tell the ladies on the podcast audience that I'm single or not.
Hey,
Then I'm like, yeah,
that's
well,
right.
Are you
Honestly,
an eligible
Michael's
bachelor?
single.
I don't know, but if you
You
keep
are-
listening to the podcast, I'll tell you what. I'll put hints in every podcast, ladies, and you keep listening and like
Yeah, you know.
if you feel
Just do a
like
bunch
my
of air
iron
quotes.
is
Hey,
hot,
ladies.
strike.
Follow him on Instagram, you know.
Yep, I'll post
Slide
updates.
into those DMs.
That's right.
You'll see him.
Hold
You'll
up.
see him working out.
He works out. He plays guitar. He sings.
Yeah, works out, plays music.
He plays music and makes money playing music.
He has a new place.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
cool
he's
stuff.
got
He
a
needs some.
house.
He needs some company.
Someone to hang out with him for a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we'll get you. We'll figure this out, Michael. We'll get
We'll
you
make it
someone
happen.
from the podcast.
See, I should have came to you guys first before I even dated this girl. What was
That's
I
right.
thinking?
Should have.
That's right. Look at all the potential ladies that are listening to this podcast. I actually don't know how many girls listen to this podcast.
Probably one.
We
Best
do have
life.
people all over though. Like we have
Zero.
people in Canada that listen to this.
Nice.
Canada.
Yeah, all over. Like there's a bunch
Please
of
send
random
poutine.
places. Yes, that's true. Maybe. I wonder if
Send
I
me the
put-
poutine.
Oh,
Dude, they have poutine in
because
Louisiana.
I
They call it
titled.
boudin.
Well, I titled one of the episodes something about Canada.
Canada.
Nice.
sucks.
Like
That's what we
Canadians
got
start
kids.
listening. Is that what happened?
Probably. They probably
I
saw
thought it
the
was I'm
Can-
pretty sure
I-
it was Canada sucks.
and it was something negative about Canada too.
Yeah.
It was like Canada's gonna burn down or ruining the clips or something like that.
Yeah, Canada ruined the eclipse.
Yeah. And then they were like,
Canada's
"What's this
pretty
say?" And then they looked at it. Yeah, Canada's all right. So what's next, Michael?
In my life?
Yeah, I mean, where do you go from here? You're gonna be sort of friends.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just gonna try to hang out with her whenever I can and not be weird. I gotta figure out the space.
That already
man.
sounds weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It sucks.
Oh no,
Like-
it is. It's weird and it sucks because you never know what to say. You never know what to do.
My plan is
Yeah,
just.
it's
to,
hard
like,
to retract and move away from somebody.
Yeah, well, my plan is like, because the thing is, it's not like we broke up because there's anything bad in our relationship. Like she
she just needs to figure
confirmed with me like our
herself
relationship
out.
was like legit. Like I'm not like I'm the best boyfriend in the world or
Not
anything
like you're
that.
bragging or anything.
Why? Well, why
I'm
is
pretty,
she?
I'm pretty
Why
freaking
is she
sweet,
ending
man.
it then?
Because she feels like she's not ready like as an individual. She's got stuff she wants to work on.
Yeah, she needs to work on herself
Which,
before she can get.
Like I
herself
said, I think it's dumb. Like I
to-
know that's what
Yeah,
you're. getting
well,
at.
That's not. No, that is not dumb.
It's
That
dumb
is
to.
probably
It's not, no, it's not, it's
no,
not
no,
dumb to,
no. Michael, shut
Explosion.
up. Shut up for a second.
It's not
that-
dumb
no.
to work on yourself.
No, because I've always said, and the only reason why I like try to like stay out of relationships for the most part is because I've always said I can't like give myself to somebody else the way I would like to and to love someone unless I can do that for myself. And that's probably what she's thinking, and she's more doing it because you deserve better.
How
She's
old are
not
you,
dumb.
Mike?
You
She's
should
very smart. She's
appreciate
awesome.
that.
How old are you, Michael?
I'm 24.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Hey,
fine.
24
I'm no spring chicken, man. I'm almost a quarter of a century old.
You're
I'm
telling
no spring
me.
chicken, man.
You're fourth of the way to dead. It's amazing.
I know that, like, but I do think it's important to be single in your earlier 20s. I think.
yeah.
Not for everybody.
I have a lot of experience. In
But I
being
think it's
single,
It's
good.
so, like, I
important
know
to
a lot.
it's important to figure yourself out. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think
to
that
figure
like,
yourself out by yourself.
there is a
Dude,
lot
that's-
of things that you do
That's
learn.
something, dude. That's something that like I run into all the time. So I'm obviously, if anyone's heard me speak on the podcast, you can tell I'm not like the most mature, like serious person. But like I'm mature in the fact that like I know who I am, what I'm doing. I'm like pursuing my goals. I like know what my identity is, and I'm
Right.
confident. I love myself. You know, like the thing is like with people, like I've noticed like the girls I've dated in the past few years and stuff. Literally every single relationship ended, or like I didn't pursue them further, is because like they weren't mature enough yet. Either they straight up told me, or I could just see it in the way they acted, or like
Right.
you know, like or like they did something immature that was like caused me to realize like I don't trust them or don't want to be in a relationship with them. Like literally every single one, and they're all girls like within my like 2 years of my age. It's not like they were like way younger, like just out of high school, whatever. Like even when I was like in high school, even when I was in high school.
Hitting on those 18-year-olds.
And people, you know, people always say like people are always like, oh yeah, girls mature so much faster than guys. But I'm like, in my experience, it's the total opposite because I feel like I'm already.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Well,
just
I
depends on
think
the
they
person.
mature faster, but when it comes to a relationship, it's a lot more. They play a lot more games.
Yeah, but I think it's more so like
We don't really
people
know.
these
I'm
days.
gonna
wouldn't
say,
say that.
I'm going to say something just because this is something that, in general, I need to make sure that I don't generalize too much. So, because I'll do that. I'll say,
Yeah.
women do this.
I'm trying to
women do
narrow it
this,
down
women
now.
do
I
this.
realize
So,
I'm
so
general.
I want to make sure.
Do
Well,
it.
no, the problem is I keep pissing girls off because I say stuff like
That's
that.
why you're single,
It's a
Luke.
real problem with me. I make girls mad lately,
Oh,
and I'm trying
I bet you
to
do.
back off. I do. I don't know why. I just say things that make them mad. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that like I want to establish that if girls are listening to this,
You're not all stupid. You're all wonderful.
no,
beautiful.
and this is us
and
frustrated we're trying to figure things out. And
We're just
it's
guys
venting, you
who
know?
don't know what to do. But
And
like,
it's
I'm
not
just
all
saying,
girls.
in my experience, this is what's been happening. And I think like people always say like, oh, kids these days. But people just in my culture that I'm around seem to not know like who they are or what they want yet in general.
Yeah.
Like and like
It's
this age,
the
like
millennial thing.
your early 20s really are. The early 20s really
time to
are a
figure
time where like you're
yourself
figuring
out.
out who you are and what you believe and what you want to do.
Preach.
So like
I do
I'm not,
feel like early 20s are like really challenging in terms of it's like where rubber meets the road of
Oh,
who
yeah.
you want to be and what
You're
you're doing.
figuring out how to be an adult when all your life you've been a child.
yeah, for me, like I've grown the most in the past couple of years than I have my entire life. I
Yep.
think
Mm-hmm.
I've been
Yeah,
like
same here.
had tons of new experiences, like learned tons of new things, like had lots of new responsibilities. So I get it. Like people our age are still figuring stuff out, but I'm like, dude, just like do it.
Yeah.
All right, Nike.
Just
Yep.
do it.
Just do it. Hey, Brent did it. Look at him. He's awesome. He's got a wife, a
Look at
job,
him.
It's true.
a house.
Got a
I
wife.
A podcast.
He's got go-karts.
He follows
I
the
didn't
rules.
I didn't. It's true. That's right.
He has a Vita.
A
Oh, yeah.
PSTV.
Yeah, look at that.
How random.
It's an accomplishment. It's just it's all-
Sure, I spent money to purchase a product. Yeah, that's.
That's right.
I don't even own a TV, man. You're doing better than me.
I own 2 TVs.
Oh man.
Dude.
Oh man. Okay.
I feel like Marty
Back up,
McFly.
man.
Remember when
Well
Back to the
then,
Future?
I guess wrapping all of our lives.
Back to the
right.
Future
I-
when
I-
Marty went back to like the past and he's like, "Oh, we have 2 TVs at home." Like, you have 2 TVs? You must be rich. That's how I feel right now.
Well, I only have it because I don't have children. So
Neither do I. But it's okay.
I'm just saying that will change if I ever do. So
Yeah, TVs are affordable these days. I'll get one soon. I just gotta buy one. But yeah, man, that's my life.
So, I mean, for me, dating, I never dated domestic really. So
So the way that we got on the dating topic is last week. Luke was saying he was like, man, like that moment when you match up with a girl on Tinder who's super cool, and then you find out that Tinder has been matching up with girls in Boston, and I'm like,
Yeah, Luke
that
uses
was,
Tinder.
and I was like, that moment when you find out your friend uses Tinder.
I have never used any.
There's
of
no
those.
there's no shame, Luke.
It's a dumb
No, there's
app,
not.
and I've
We-
had a
we
lot
can cut
of
this out if you want.
The only thing I've had, no, we can leave it in. I don't care. The only thing I've only had failures on Tinder. It's been one big fail for the most part. I mean, I'm still talking to this one girl, but like she lives in Boston, and like I'm not even thinking about it because like no.
Does she sound like Mark Wahlberg?
Oh
She sounds like a Mark.
Does she listen to the
Wahlberg.
podcast? Have you ever showed her the podcast?
no,
Dude, she would
Oh,
love
why
you
would he
if you
do
listen to
that?
the podcast. You're so clever and funny.
I know. Show off.
Yeah, dude. Now's the time.
Let's back down that attitude there, buddy.
I think Tinder.
I was being serious. He's clever and funny.
I know, that's fine. I'm just saying. Let's not get full of ourselves here. Like,
How are we all
Um,
still single? Come on.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's right.
go ahead.
That's right. Well, except for Brent.
well, clearly, clearly how it works is just be as broken as possible, and you'll find love. So,
So, I have a story.
Okay, here we
go for it. It's better than my story.
yay, story time.
Oh, okay, because you just brought up that everyone on this podcast is single except for Brent. Well,
Oh,
the complete opposite.
Are
the complete,
you kidding me?
The complete.
We're hearing a breakup, and now
Whoa!
what?
The complete opposite of
Whoa!
Michael's story.
Oh
Wow.
Just kinda
man!
Good for
funny.
you, Shane.
Whoa,
Hey,
no,
for
well,
freaking
let me-
you.
let
Michael's
me-
like, I'm happy for you, Shane. That's fantastic.
I know. That's why when I said I have a story, and Michael's like, I have a story too. I thought it was gonna be a good story, and then he said, "Oh, we broke up," and I was like, "Oh."
Shane's like,
Hey, maybe
sweet,
I
I get to
should've
share
went-
good
maybe
news
I
with
should've
my
went
friend who
first.
also has
I-
good news. It's gonna
I'll
be
be
great.
honest, I did not see that coming, and I'm kind of shocked.
This is the best twist we've ever had.
This is M. Night
amazing.
Shyamalan levels.
Plot twist.
What?
This is-
Shane. What's
Wow.
going on?
Okay.
What's going on?
All right,
Spill
so-
the beans.
He is dating
okay.
the girl that Michael broke up with.
Oh man,
And,
Oh!
that would change everything.
Oh! Whoa!
and right, and that wraps up another episode of the Luke Rockwell podcast.
Oh,
Make sure
man.
you check
Outro
us out on
Shane's
Instagram.
Tune in
like,
next
I gotta-
week to the live stream of
YouTube
Michael
and-
and Shane fighting.
Shane is like, I have to talk to you guys offline now.
It's like, yeah. So we're just gonna pause
Oh,
recording.
Yo, Shane, roll up at the
No.
house party, man.
Oh,
Oh,
You know,
man,
that's why I said I was gonna
amazing.
try and come because I wasn't too sure how you'd feel.
Plausible deniability.
Holy crap.
It's funny.
Okay,
What?
yeah,
But
so
no.
though.
But
So Shayne, what's your story?
Whoa.
But seriously though, so just a little bit of exposition. So recently, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I've kind of like taken more seriously the fact that I have really bad like social anxiety disorder, which is one of the reasons why I like started doing this podcast. You know, talk to people and be social. But so I went to the mall. No, so first I like got my like online dating app thing. I started OkCupid. I was like, all right, I'll just talk to people, you know,
Oh,
message
man.
some people, whatever. And so after I sent really nice messages to people and they didn't respond back, I was like, you know what? Even though it says we're 90% compatible, screw you. But so one day after work, I was trying to like find something to do. This was last Friday. I was trying to find something to do, and I was like, oh, I really want to go to like Dave and Buster's. But then I was like, all right,
Hey.
let me go to the mall because I also want to like buy clothes because I just got paid and you know whatever. And so I'm like texting my friends. I'm like, who wants to go to Dave and Buster's? All of my friends say they're either broke or they're busy. And so I'm like shopping at H&M, no big deal. And then I decide randomly, I'm like, I'm gonna go into Express, which is my old job. And I said I haven't been in there since I quit. I want to see what's new, right? So I go
snap.
into Express.
What's new? Well, Shayne.
Well, yes, well, we're getting there. And so this one guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, can I help you with something?" I'm like, "No, like screw you, go away. I'm just
Like,
looking."
you got any cute girls here?
Yeah. Well, no,
I'm
that's my
looking
thing.
for something.
I wasn't even on the radar. This wasn't my thought. I just was actually looking. Let me see
Yeah.
if they have anything that I might want. And so I'm like looking around, and I go into the back, and I see some like pants that I've always wanted since I worked there, and they were marked on clearance. And ooh, thank God they were, because I go to the register, and the girl that's there, I'm like, "Hey, can I get a price check?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And she's like, "Yeah, they're on sale." And I'm like, "Okay, great. Can I get a fitting room?" And normally that would have been the end of the conversation for me. But I was like, no, we're trying to be better. We're trying to like talk to people, you know, just as in
Especially
talk
cute
to
girls.
people.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I mean that's just it. Yeah, and I mean, and she was cute, but my brain just kept like talking. So I like, "Hey, do you like working at Express?" Because I hated working at Express. And so we're talking and talking, and we get to the fitting room. And I know when I worked there, I would kind of just shove people into the fitting room. That's what most people do at these places. They put you in the fitting room. If you need any help, you know, ask me. But we talked outside of the fitting room for like a good while, which I was okay. This is kind of different. It's kind of cool. And so then, you know, we talk a little more. I ask for a different size. They don't have it. All right, I'll just get this one. And so then I get to the register. We're talking some more. I buy my clothes. And then I'm about to leave. And so I ask her, like, "Hey, what's your name?" And then she told me her name. And I'm like, "Well, you know, really nice to meet you. I'll see you later." And we were talking about how she wants this promotion. It's like, "I'm rooting for you." And so I walked away. And then I thought, I'm like, all right, so
Oh,
I'm going to
snap,
go
this is the
home,
decision.
think about it. I'm going to like, you know, come back in a few days, make like my move. But then
snap.
I'm like, I keep texting my friends like, "Hey, who wants to go to Dave and Buster's?" Walking around the mall. And when everyone that I asked said no, I said,
Oh,
I
wait.
texted one of my friends. I said, "I think I'm gonna ask," because I told him that I just talked to her because that was like, you know, a low key victory for me.
Right.
And so I'm like, I think I want to ask her if she wants to go to Dave and Buster's, and he's like, "Do it." So I'm like, all right.
Oh, snap.
So I'm like calming myself down. I go to the bathroom because I gotta pee because I'm nervous, and so I'm like, all right, you can do this. So I walk back in there, and she's like, "Hey, you're back." I said, "Yeah." So I know this is kind of random, but do you have any plans tonight? Because if you don't, I wanted to see if you wanted to go to Dave and Buster's, and yada 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 yada. After
Dang,
some
bold
hesitate,
move, like right now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I said so. And I had no shame because I was still in my work clothes. Like I hadn't gone home yet. I came straight from work. Like no, I wasn't even a thought. So and then after some hesitation, she said sure, why not? She told me she got off at 10, which I'm like, great. That gives me time to like go home and actually, you know, look nice. And so then
Spray the cologne on, put the gel in the hair, and comb everything up.
Use your
You
new
know,
pants.
Wear nice clothes.
That's right. The new.
No,
pants you
I
just bought.
didn't wear any new clothes.
Oh.
But
Lame.
so then so I got to Dave and Buster's, texted her, say I'm on my way. And so then, she didn't stand me up. She actually showed up. I was like, okay, this is great.
Hey.
And so yeah, so then we're at Dave and Buster's and we like talked a lot, we played games, and then this is what really I think this is what kind of like sealed the deal. So we're walking around after I kind of got tired of spending money, like to be honest, on all these games. I'm like, all right, I spent like $50 and I don't really want to spend anymore. And so we're walking around because she didn't want to eat because she said that she just ate when she was at work, and I'm like, dang, I'm starving, but I don't want to go eat by myself. And so one of my friends comes out of the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, John, like, what are you doing here? Do you work here? And he's like, no, I'm at this dance thing on this other part of Dave & Buster's. Yeah. He's like, you should come over. And the whole night she was talking about how she doesn't dance and how she can't dance. And so I'm like, so we go over there.
Oh, boy.
And she knows one of my other friends that's over there.
Perfect.
Oh, trust me, it is. And
Holy crap, man.
And so it was
the
Blues.
cards are just getting handed to you.
No,
Oh, man.
Luke, you don't even understand. This is way too. All of this is way too convenient. Yeah.
Oh no.
And so
Oh, no.
it's Blues dance, and so my friend's explaining it to me, and I'm like watching the people dance, and I'm like, So I ask her, hey, let's go dance. She's like, no, come on, let's go dance. And she's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I said, I don't know either. Let's just follow these people. And so we're dancing and whatever, and I can tell that she's into it, and I'm into it. And then, long story short, we get to the end of the date because she has work in the morning. It's like 1 o'clock, and I don't want to make her stay out all night. And so, so we get to walk her to her car, and I said, look, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I'm saying this to myself. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, from now on, like, as much as possible. So I told her, I'm like, I have really bad, social anxiety. So this was a really big deal for me to even come up to you and talk to you. And I had a really great time. And I don't know if you'll be interested in, getting together. Before I even finished the sentence, she was like, yeah, I would love to. Well, not like so eager, but, the flirty thing that girls do.
I'm on the edge of my seat right now, Shayne.
Yeah. She said, yes to the second date. And so, we got little matching monkeys too, but whatever.
Oh, snap.
And
That's so
and
cute.
so yeah, it's cute. And so, I got home. It is cute. I got home. I took a picture with it and I sent it to her. Let her know that I had a great night. And then, and then Sunday we went to a concert together, and she didn't even know the band, so I knew she was going for me, which was cool.
Oh, snap.
And then we had a great time there, and we've been talking every day, and I really like her, and I'm pretty sure she really likes me, and she's all across the board, like 100% what I would be looking for in a girl, and so it all seems too real to be true.
Oh man. Do you
good.
remember when we were talking about me and John complaining about our life, and then Brent kind of being like, my life's great. This is like literally just did a full circle.
That's how I felt 4 months ago,
Where
man.
Michael?
It's awesome.
No, but Shayne, that's awesome.
Yeah,
It
no,
really is.
my life the last pretty much 2 weeks has been pretty good.
up in the
And I-
clouds.
Well, yeah, and then it's too because also I've been trying to like set myself up on like a routine and kind of like wake up at the same time and do all this stuff to take care of myself.
Right.
And I've been going to the gym as a personal thing, but now I have like extra motivation.
There you go.
So that's been nice. So hopefully we can make this official sometime
Whoa.
soon-ish. But we'll see. We have another date. We have another.
Do you want to
date
do that
set
on the
up.
podcast?
What? Oh yeah.
Let's not
Bring her
go
on.
there. Let's not
Invite
do
her
that.
onto the podcast and be like, I have something to ask you.
alive.
No,
Oh, if
That
she
wouldn't go well.
rejected you, that could be horrible.
That'd be great for our ratings, though.
It would.
I'm just kidding.
And
Shayne would never
Yeah.
give us the audio.
yeah, right.
Dude,
I'm not sending
I exploited my sadness to win a battle of the bands. We can use Shayne's relationship for the podcast.
to
For the
get
for
some
the
views.
band.
For the band.
Shayne, for the
For the
band.
band.
For the band.
Hashtag check out this week's Luke Roxwell podcast.
That's
Live
right.
rejection.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you gave me permission, Shayne, I would bank on it. I think you would want me to, because then we get really popular. You might as well make the best of it, right?
We're not gonna do that. But so why?
He's just like, no.
Yeah, no, not really. But dude, that's awesome.
Why I bring all of this up is because, like even I was talking to my best friend about it, and he's like, I think you kind of like struck gold on the first try, because this is the first girl I've ever asked out, the first girl I've ever went on a date with, because I'm the type of person I'm like
Holy
a cheesy
crap,
person.
That is, oh man.
Well, the whole Catherine
gold. That's
yeah.
insane.
Well, with the whole Catherine thing, we were friends for a long time before we like started dating or going out on dates and stuff. So it wasn't awkward or anything or weird.
Yeah.
With this person, I just randomly met in the mall, you know, and
Yeah.
and so it's
That's pretty awesome, though.
Yeah,
it's better than saying you met someone on Tinder. Like, I'm gonna have to
exactly.
do one.
That's why, and it's so funny because
I had so much pride, and like I did not want to ever use it, and I don't know.
I mean,
what are you supposed to do? It's so it's awful. It's an awful world.
Well, yeah, trust me, because this stupid OkCupid has been making me mad. But it's funny because I talked to my best friend about it, and he said, "Oh yeah, you know, once you start dating someone, or once you like have like a girl in your life, that's when all like these other girls want to come out."
Dude,
and this other girl that I've liked, but it's just because of the circumstances, it wouldn't ever work. But she was like, "Oh, so who were you hanging out with last night?" And I said, "How did you know I was hanging out with someone?" Because I didn't even mention on any social media or to anyone that I was hanging out with someone. She's like, "I'm always stalking you."
Like they do. You know in Star Wars when Obi-Wan senses Alderaan being destroyed, and he's like, "I sense a disturbance in the Force." It's like 1,000 like lives, like all at once screamed, and then silence. It's like she's like, "There's a guy off the market right now."
That's right. It's almost like it's like one of her friends. It's like she starts sniffing the air. She's like, taken, not single anymore.
Shayne is talking to a woman.
Yeah, and so, but I've always been the type of person, like, I think maybe kind of like Michael, that I don't want to just date people for the sake of dating people. I don't like, you know, talk to a bunch of girls like that.
You're not like going out there trying to date people.
Yeah, exactly. I will. For my ultimate, like, if I could have the perfect life, I would like to be the one and done type of person. Like, I kind of want, because I've never, as embarrassing as this is to say, I've never had like an actual girlfriend before. So if I can like be one and done, that would be kind of the perfect situation.
So this generation that we're in is kind of difficult to date because we have like this microwave refresh kind of mentality where we're kind of like checking boxes. Where it's like, okay, I don't date loud people. I don't date people that say this word. I don't date people that act this way or go to this thing. And like immediately, if anyone even comes close to not, if any of those red flags go off, people immediately are like, all right, well, it's not worth my time. I'm gonna go find somebody else. And it kind of, I don't know, it makes things really difficult for me because I don't know somebody, so I'm not gonna know what I'm not supposed to say to them. You know, so I don't know.
It's crazy, man. I think it goes to what I was saying before. Is like people don't really know who they are, what they want yet.
Yeah,
right.
Like people always act like this generation is more messed up than other generations. I think other generations just like force themselves to do things faster.
I think our generation has a lot of problems the previous one didn't have to deal with.
I also think
but I think people are always just as messed up and
no,
like,
a lot of the
confused,
issues when it comes
we're in it
to
now.
like dating or like meeting people is that we're in such a heavy like social media based world where everyone's lives are kind of made up. So there's a hard time.
The points don't matter.
Yeah, and there's a hard time opening up to people or trusting people because you kind of don't know what to believe and you kind of need like receipts for everything. It's like, how do I know that's true? How do I know you're not making that up?
Well, and think about how fast you can get to know somebody over Facebook. Not don't take that out of context. I mean, you immediately can see tons of pictures. You can see who their friends
without
are.
even stalking
You can
them.
see what they say,
what they like, what they repost,
what they think, what their political views
their
are. Like
friends
you just
are,
learn
who
all
their
these things
parents
really
are.
quickly. And so like instead of getting to know somebody over time, it's like immediate like, oh, I saw something that it's kind of like a red flag. Done. Let's move on. And I think that's kind of deadly because like
we don't give people
a
a
lot
chance.
of my good friends, I probably would not have been friends with them if I had a checkbox list of things that I thought my friends needed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me, probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, Brent and I probably wouldn't have become friends because we just wouldn't have been talking. But
I'm really aggressive.
I don't know. It's just like if I was talking to Brent and then I was like, wow, Brent has a really strong opinion. Red flag, and then was like immediately out of it. But now that I've gotten to know him, I actually really kind of like that about Brent, just to get sappy for a second. It's cool. It's cool to have someone who's like really strong about what they think. And I miss that with a lot of people.
And to back it, yeah.
A lot of people are fake, and I don't like that. I like to be honest and upfront.
They try to impress you and
Yep.
But see,
I'm not trying to impress people. Somehow people like me. I don't know how that happened.
Because there's a respect and a desire for people who are kind of like as honest and as and not as indifferent, but as just
objective.
As whatever. Yeah, exactly. Like
the thing too is
this is who I am. This is what I like.
At the time,
take it, leave it.
At the time I was younger, or when I was younger, I didn't know exactly what I needed in friends. And so my checkboxes were probably not right. And so with dating, we think we know what we want, but we're still young, stupid people that we don't know. And so it's like we expect to be able to like evaluate ourselves and evaluate what we need, and then check the boxes off.
Yeah.
I think also like when you meet people in real life and like versus online in a dating website, I never use one, so I don't really know. But like I assume it's like you put like traits, like you say, you have like a list. You put traits in what you're looking for and stuff. In real life, you just connect with people because of different things. Like a lot of my friends, I don't have a lot in common with, but we have like there's like a third way. It's like another bond that you can have. That's like nothing to do with like what you're into. Yeah. Some people just click for no reason. Like a lot of like married couples, you see them, they're like total opposites. And like one like loves Star Wars, the other one hates Star Wars, but they have other things in common.
Well, see, that's kind of how my relationship is.
Yeah, like the girl that I was dating, and she's awesome. Like I want to clear up, she's not stupid. Like she's doing what she thinks God wants her to do, and I support that. But like she also didn't like Star Wars, and that might be why. I don't know.
And that's a huge problem.
I did make her. She did sit through all three of the prequels. So I don't know if that's like a testament to her
that's
patience.
a lot of work.
I don't know if that's a testament of her patience or the reason why this is happening now. I don't know.
She was probably like, this guy keeps making me watch these Star Wars movies.
Yep.
I can't take it anymore.
But, I think like people like they're looking for a specific kind of person, like you were saying, and it's not like that in real life. Like you just make connections with people randomly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone you meet, they have something you might not like, something you might like. It just depends. But like me and Lauren, sometimes we bond over things we hate. Like we both hate the Beatles, and I was like, "Oh, finally someone else."
I love to hate the Beatles.
I was like, it was nice to know someone, because everyone else. Anyway, that's a different topic. But so, like, stuff like that. Small things are nice.
Right.
But,
well, you connect in kind of a different way because, like, we kind of look at the things that we like. Well, for example, I could be like, "Oh, well, does she like movies? Does she like guitar? Does she like all these things?" When it turns out that I might actually get along with her better because she doesn't like movies, and we have a good conversation of me trying to convince her why movies are so good, and she enjoys that because I get so passionate about it.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like it's a weird connection.
I feel like I have grown up a lot because I had a very small box of things I cared about, and she's expanded these things for me, so I care a lot. It might not seem like it, but I do care about more things now. And I don't know. We have really good conversations. She doesn't like video games at all, and we have really good conversations. And then the odd time where she's like, "Oh, let's play this," I'm like, "Oh my god, yes." So
this is why I love you.
and then because she doesn't like that, I do other things because that's what she wants to do, and I find that I enjoy a lot more things now.
Right.
And then I like her company because
bond over.
I can't just talk about the things I enjoy. I have to talk about things and learn about myself. And learn about things that I never would have cared about, and it's just nice.
It's like it like forces you to try things you wouldn't normally try, and like
I wouldn't say force because I feel like if you're forcing yourself, it's probably
no. I mean like it's almost like
it puts you in a situation.
In the sense of it where it's like I don't want to do this thing. But, I really care about you, and you really want to do this, and that makes me want to do it because of you. And then you do it, and then you actually really like it, and you're like, wow, I never would have tried this if we weren't, like, trying to make each other happy.
Or you still hate it, but you still do it because you like hanging out with them.
Yes.
You might hate doing it every other time, but just not with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, grocery shopping.
I hate shopping.
She
in
likes
general.
she likes shopping. I don't know. It's like
I don't know what it is about women shopping. Like,
I
where did
wasn't saying that.
start?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying her individually as a person. She
I know,
likes
but
it.
it's
and
like
individual
since
woman.
when are women into shopping? Am I right?
I'm not, don't put me in this box.
Not
I
all
don't-
women. Not all women like to shop.
Yeah.
Not all women.
No,
Why do I
not
have
all
to
women are the
clarify?
same.
Why do I have to clarify every single joke? It's like
I know.
You
I'm
don't.
just saying. I don't want
not
to be
all
hard.
you don't.
women
We should just put
like
a
to
disclaimer.
shop, but
Let's just put a
it's
disclaimer
just
in the
kind-
beginning that we're like, hey, everything is sarcastic. There we go.
The
Well,
whole
yeah.
But that's
everything.
not true.
That's not, but if it is.
But also, that's why we have two TVs.
No,
She watches
the
TV,
disclaimer
and I
is when we say everyone or we talk about a large group of people, we don't actually mean everyone, even though that should be common knowledge.
I hate that I have to
Understand
star
that.
everything I say with like
Yeah.
a oh
Asterisks.
Well, no, you don't. And you
Don't
don't,
be
you
a
know
fool.
what? You don't have to because that's just society teaching you that no, we can't hurt anyone's feelings. You know,
I know.
but that's a different.
Fire me
topic.
from my job.
safe space.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. But...
Oh
Yeah, man.
What-
Dating's crazy. I don't really know much about it, but it's hard.
yeah,
Oh.
we're all kind of learning.
Oh, yeah,
well,
you know, all you can do is
I
just go through it.
the first thing I ever said to my wife was I asked her to make me a sandwich. So sometimes it works.
That
out.
was the first thing you ever said.
That is like one of the first things I said directly to her. Yes.
Make me a
That's hilarious.
Now she makes me lots of
Now
sandwiches.
she makes me
I
Oh,
don't know.
man. Dude, Brent needs to have
She
like,
likes
his
making
own
food.
like, book about like how to
Right.
get women. Like
How
one
to
of those
get- how to
pickup
get
like
married.
pickup master courses.
It's gonna be one page and it's gonna say I don't know why this fucking worked.
I don't know how this worked, but it did. Not arguing about it.
That's a catch. If she can cook, that's a catch. That's always
She
really
likes
nice.
cooking, so I lucked out because I do not. So, like,
Compliments each other.
There you
Perfect.
well, I'm gonna learn to be grill master once we get a grill. So
Ooh.
Sweet.
that's gonna be my
go.
contribution.
Manly cooking.
Burgers.
Cooking's manly. Like, yeah, there's some good
I cook
shit.
all the time,
like,
man.
I like.
cook
I,
my-
like
I need to, but I cannot be
It's
bothered.
therapy.
I cooked my lady food more than she cooked me food. Like I like cooking. Cooking's good.
Yeah, I like cooking.
I need to do it, but I'm so
Why
lazy.
wait, Luke, why were you
It's
so
hard.
shook by that response?
I'm just
That's the
kidding.
biggest
he just
gas.
always reacts.
Haven't
I
you
love
noticed
his
that?
reactions.
Haven't you noticed that? Like I just
You do all the
periodically
time.
will just
I know.
I'll just gasp.
Yeah,
he just-
you'll be.
I don't know why.
It'll
I
be
just
like
kinda
I
was
went to
dude.
7-Eleven today.
I've been meaning to talk about that because like I can't tell if
Aw,
Luke is
7-Eleven.
just like amazed by everything, or if he's just trying to keep the energy
No,
up, or just wants everyone to know.
Luke
Like,
is the Jimmy Fallon of this podcast. Just
he
gas
just wants
whatever.
to
Ooh,
he wants you to
that's
think
harsh.
Oh,
that
I
you're-
almost.
I'm just kidding.
I
I
almost
love Jimmy
laughed.
Fallon. You
I'm just
shut
I
your
almost
mouth.
laughed.
I
and
love
then
Jimmy Fallon.
didn't.
Jimmy Fallon's one of my favorite.
I
people.
hate
My goal is to
His-
be on his show,
But
dude.
Jimmy,
Me too.
see,
Me too. I love
Jimmy
him.
Fallon
he and I would
is
be best
such a.
friends.
He's so pandering all the time that it's really irritating.
Well, I think he's definitely overly nice, but it's like charming.
Yeah, I like him.
I dig it.
But-
But anyway, yeah. So
We end on a divide. Like we both.
half of us
It's
like
like
Jimmy
I
Fallon.
love him.
half of us
I
don't.
hate him, and then it's like this silence as we both realize where the line has been drawn between the four of us.
Yep, this
It's
is
like
it,
me and
guys.
Brent versus Shayne and Michael.
Dude, he's so,
Anyway,
he's so
I do think with that we should wrap up this podcast because we're hitting our limit.
Oh, it's alright.
Yeah, we went late, so good
We're
conversation, guys.
talking
So,
a lot, yeah.
yeah, plugs, Brent,
No, nothing.
Michael,
Yeah, I got some plugs. So
single.
yeah, I'm single, ready to mingle. If you want to,
Hit him up.
I plug my Instagram every week. You can see me work out and play guitar and do all my things. Just shoot me a text. Not really,
Shoot me.
but don't you talk to me. I'll just
into
run.
the
I'll just
DMs.
run away. But so during this week, I recorded some guitar for my friend's EP. It's coming out soon. I can't tell you a whole lot about it. He doesn't know what the title is going to be yet. But his name is Josh Williams. He's an amazingly talented pianist, and it's a very like piano and keys like centered album. So I'm really stoked. I'm really excited that he asked me to play guitar on it. He like texted me. He's like, "Dude, like you're the first person I thought of. Like, I want to play on this thing. It's gonna be sweet." It's kind of like disco-y and like R&B like. I don't
I'm
know.
out.
It's really cool. It's like upbeat and like sweet. I'm really stoked about it. More info will be on the podcast as we learn more about that. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I got a job at this new church, Lifehouse Church. Our first Sunday is this upcoming Sunday, the 17th. We're meeting at 10 p.m. at Regal Cinema in Yorktown, Virginia. So if you're around there and you're
10
awake,
p.m. on a Sunday.
yeah,
These people gotta work, man.
Different city.
that's like the latest service I've ever been to. Every
That's
place,
really
I worked had to be there. Like we started at 9.
It's either too early or too late.
Yeah, 10's like a sweet spot. There's only one service. But yeah, if you want to know about Jesus or worship with people to Jesus, then come out. And I have more music that I'm working on. I have this song I've been stuck on for a while that hopefully I'll release soon. Just check out my Instagram, MYKOLDIMAS, Michael Demas, and I'll post any music updates there. And me and my former lady friend, best, I don't know what we are now, what to call it, but we are also working on music,
Awkward.
and that'll be out as well.
Are you
You're
guys
working
like a
on-
legit
you're collaborating
like a legit,
still?
like the group or?
Yeah, so that's one thing that came out of the Battle of the Bands. So we didn't win the Battle of the Bands. Some reggae band came and won, but we were second place. But we were also
Frickin' reggae.
we were the event planner's like favorite act, and she's a singer songwriter. Her name is Felicia Hoyos. She's actually really good, like Americana style, like acoustic guitar stuff. She wants us to play gigs with her whenever we can.
Nice.
And like a lot of people there were like, dude, like let us know when you have an EP out. So we're like, yeah, I guess we'll put
All
out
right,
an EP.
well,
'cause
guess we'll make an EP.
we
So
both
then you
written-
broke up and then made an EP.
We both written music together. We both have lots of music on our own, so we'll write some stuff together.
Okay.
know. So
Anything
we'll
else,
see
Michael? I want to
Yeah,
try and move these
that's it.
along.
Sorry, that's a long plug.
That's all right. It's fine.
That's it.
Shayne.
Okay, well, so not gonna lie, I've been focusing a lot on my personal life for good reasons, but I am in the development stages of kind of what I want to take my YouTube channel in, and I guess I'll sort of make an announcement kind of thing, kind of whatever.
This whole podcast has been just right and left surprises.
Well, I
can't take it.
what I kind of want to do with my channel now is because I've sort of been figuring out or accepting, I guess, what I feel like my purpose is or what I'm supposed to do, and that it has something to do with like kids or youth or young people. And so what I've been doing is I'm like developing like comical skits to sort of help like almost like advice skits kind of to help like with their lives, like how to survive your first date or something. And then there'll be like 5 little like tips or something, and then it'll be like a scene for each,
Right, little top
like,
5
yeah,
type videos.
yeah
Because
but, like,
Shayne is an expert now. He
yeah,
literally
I
ate
am
the first date.
such an
First-
my first date
try.
skills, not gonna lie, my first
Freaking
date
sweet.
skills were pretty smooth, like
100% accuracy.
pretty.
He won. He did it.
I did. Well,
So-
knock on wood.
That's pretty good.
I
pretty good.
will be tuning
We
in.
do need to stay on, like, we have to see where this is going to go for Shayne, because I think you got it in the bag. But I just don't want to build it up and then like the next podcast you're really sad.
Well,
Good luck.
Well,
you know?
honestly, the only reason I only even mentioned it on the podcast because I'm very, very positive. About
Yeah,
it,
no,
so.
that was, you nailed it. Like that.
Yeah, like
Purchase awards.
honestly,
You did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Good job, man.
it's impressive.
that-
and then yeah.
you know,
Well, I'll tell you guys like off the podcast like specifics. I don't want to like say anything, Michael. I don't want to spread anyone's business, but
that's right. Don't dox her.
yeah. So that's I'm kind of working on that. So I'm just kind of getting some scripts together because I want to be prepared. I don't want to just make one and then 5 weeks later I'm like, crap, I need to write another one. So and then just getting
Right.
like people together, trying to build like a small little team because I want to do it, right. But I do have some other videos before that coming. So my YouTube channel still currently titled, it'll change soon to something. This is the new year on YouTube. Check it out. I got videos and vlogs and all that stuff, which Luke, I'm heavily considering vlogging again, like regularly, but we'll get there.
Do it.
And then you can follow my Twitter at Mr. McCatty, which is MCCATTY. I've been tweeting a lot on there, all my good positive tweets. So definitely check that out and stay tuned for more information, hopefully next podcast.
Awesome. Okay, so you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as Luke Roxwold. I have a couple Facebook pages on there. I'm on YouTube as well. Once again, Luke Roxwold, ROCKSWOLD. I released 2 vlogs, I think. I released like an old vlog was re-released on YouTube just to get it out on YouTube, and then a new one on YouTube, and they're both good. I'm really in a bad mood because my views are way down, but I was looking at other YouTube channels and views are down everywhere, and apparently it's because school transition periods tend to kill views, so I'm basically
YouTube
not uploading.
Power outage.
Yeah, it's basically what it is. It's like kids are going to school or coming back from vacation or leaving on vacation or whatever it is, and so a lot of people that normally would watch videos are gone. So anyway, views are down. I was really mad, so I'm not uploading for a little bit. I'm probably not going to upload till October or something, but I do have a bunch of vlogs that are like 90% finished, and I just got to finish them up and upload them. Yeah, but keep watching them. Stay subscribed. That's it. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for being on the podcast, you guys. Listen to the other episodes, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Woo!
Awesome. Peace out, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys later.